Welcome to Average Joe's Pool. Today we're bringing you an in-depth review on this, which is Triangle Pool Cue Chalk from Tweeton. So our Triangle chalk is actually manufactured in the USA.
USA! 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 USA!
It's manufactured by the Tweeton Fiber Company out of Chicago, Illinois. And you may well have heard of Tweeton before because it's Tweeton that also manufacture Master chalk, and Master is pretty much the industry standard when it comes to North American pool. And our Triangle chalk is available in 3 different colours, blue that we have here and also green or red. And with regards to pricing on this chalk, it's fairly cheap. You can buy a 12 pack of these available from the online pool suppliers. Will set you back around $5 for 12 cubes. And it is also available to buy on Amazon, but it is a little bit more expensive because if you're an Amazon Prime member, of course, you're going to get the free shipping included in that price. The current price on Amazon is $8.99 for the 12 cubes. And it's also worth noting that you can actually buy this in larger packs as well. They do what's called the gross pack, which is 144 cubes. And that's pretty much a lifetime supply for any normal pool player, and a packet of 144 cubes will set you back around $28 from one of the online pool suppliers. And so that brings the price of this stuff down to as low as 19 cents per cube in the large format packs. So pricing wise, this is pretty much in direct correlation with their other chalk, which is Master. And if you are interested in buying yourself some Triangle chalk, we will be adding Amazon links into the video description below. So if you are interested in buying it, please help us out here at Average Joe's Pool. Be sure to use our links. So it's definitely good value chalk, but is it actually any good? Well, to help us find out, we do have a range of technical tests that we're going to put this chalk through, just as we do with all the other chalks that we review. So let's get it done.
This could win a few more world titles.
Do you reckon?
So here at Average Joe's, we do test a lot of different brands of chalk. So to help us do that, we have a standard set of equipment that we use and also a standard set of tests. And if you want any more details on the equipment that we use or the test that we perform, please be sure to check out our chalk off video where we compare lots of different brands of chalk all in one video. And in our chalk off videos, we go into more detail on what the particular tests entail and the equipment that we use. When it comes to application, the Triangle chalk is quite similar to Master. However, it's definitely a touch rougher and grippier to the tip, and you can actually hear small squeaks during application. But it is nice and easy to apply, and it's fairly easy to get a nice, consistent and even coat. And during application, it doesn't seem to be too messy, and we only noticed fine to medium particles being shed. And at this initial stage during the first chalking, I would say it's potentially a cleaner chalk than Master. So overall it chalks well, it goes on evenly, but it does have a slightly rough feel that comes with its own little squeak. So we'll award 3.5 stars out of 5 for application. Next up, onto our Miscue Limit, and we're going to be testing the number of draw shots we can perform without re-chalking, and always ensuring we hit the cue ball with the same point of the tip. And we repeat this test for a minimum of 3 sets to ensure we get a fair overall average. And a great point of reference here is Triangle's brother chalk, Master, and Master achieved an average of 4 draw shots during testing. And Triangle did really well here, outperforming its brother Master with an average of 6 draw shots. And we did have some interesting behaviour during this test. What we notice on many chalks when they miscue is they tend to do it with style, and so the cue ball completely jumps over the object ball. But with the Triangle, it really tries to hold on for dear life and gave half a draw shot complete with miscue sound rather than failing completely. And looking at our tip after the miscue, you can see that the miscue spot still contains some chalk, and it's not completely bald as we've seen with many other chalk brands including Master. This stuff simply does not want to die. And so we'll award the Triangle a solid 4 stars for Miscue Limit.
Can you understand that?
No.
Next we're moving on to chalk retention. And in this test we'll be striking the cue ball 10 times with a firm stroke and then repeating our test with a second set 10 times with a hard stroke. and we'll be looking to see how much chalk we're losing to the surface of the table and how much remains on the cue ball. And for this test, our cue will be lightly re-chalked between shots as required. And after our first set using firm shots, we have only a small amount of chalk splatter from striking the cue ball. And as for the cue ball itself, that's pretty clean too. If you look closely, you can spot minor chalk remnants on the ball from several hits, but nothing too bad to report here. So now we'll repeat this test, this time using hard hits. And on this set we have less visible chalk splatter. And this is very common during chalk testing because the increased power spreads the chalk over a larger area. So what we're seeing here is pretty much exactly what we expect to. However, on our cue ball there are definitely more prominent chalk marks very clearly visible. And it's important to remember here that often the cue ball ends up cleaner after this second set because the cue ball is able to clean itself better against the cloth due to the additional speed and distance. So this would suggest that when chalk is applied hard onto the surface of the ball, it really does cling on. And although it's not terrible, it's definitely slightly underperformed in this category and has been beaten by Master for chalk retention. So Triangle will be awarded a very average 2.5 stars for chalk retention. Now we're on to the cleanliness test. And for this test, the initial chalking of the cue, as well as the minor re-chalking between shots on the chalk retention test, were all done over a piece of plain white paper, which helps us to evaluate exactly how clean or dirty the chalk is. And remember that everything you're seeing on this piece of paper usually is going to end up on your floor. And for our triangle chalk, the result is not terrible. You can see we do have quite a few fine and medium particles. It's not the cleanest, but it's certainly not the messiest. Additionally, during our chalk retention test, the splatter was pretty much what we'd expect to see. And so once again, triangle chalk sits right around the average mark. So we'll score it with 2.5 stars out of 5 for cleanliness. Next, we need to take a look at the all-important bang for your buck and delve into value for money. Price-wise, this is pretty much identical to its brother, Master, and you should be able to easily buy this chalk for less than 50 cents a cube, and even as low as 19 cents a cube if you fancied stocking up. And the good news is that Triangle outperformed Master with 6 draw shots compared to 4, which is a very impressive result, especially at this price. However, it does lose out to Master for both chalk retention on the cue ball and also for being a tiny bit messier. But just like Master, what we have here is a very capable chalk at an unbeatable price point. So awarding Triangle chalk less than 5 out of 5 stars for value would be doing it a huge disservice.
Everybody was praying he'd give up, but nobody was praying for the way he finally did.
So if we now average out our scores across all of our test categories, we'll get our official average shows rating. And our triangle chalk comes out with a very respectable 3.5 stars out of 5. A well-deserved result for a really decent chalk at an amazingly low price. And so thank you for joining us here at Average Joe's Pool with our triangle chalk review video. And please do remember that if you are interested in buying some of this, we will have those Amazon links in the video description below. And just before you leave us here on YouTube, can we ask you please take 1 second out of your hectic day just to be sure to hit that like button. It really does help us out here on YouTube. And also, whilst you're there, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and switching on notifications so you can find out about all of our upcoming content. If you did enjoy this video, we do have loads more chalk review videos from various different brands, just waiting for you to check out on our YouTube channel. So thanks again for joining us here at Average Joe's Pool. We really do appreciate it and hope to see you on another video soon.
The barriers will be down, you see, between the real and the unreal.